Hello, welcome to MCFC9320 Group podcast. Special sponsors going forward for us, guys. Bowen's Pies.
Yes.
Those who don't know Bowen's Pies,
yes,
they are the supplier at City, and they're absolutely wonderful. Look at me, Riz. I'm
excited by that. I am excited by that.
And also Prestige Car Repairs, and also Aquagas. Thank you guys for your sponsor going forward.
I've heard they're very good.
What?
Yeah, they are very good.
To be honest, no offense, I prefer the pies than used to.
Hey, listen, I do as well.
In fact, they're that good. I'm taking my minibus down to Prestige next week.
Yes.
Well, don't forget to call up Bowen's Pies as well.
On the way, John.
You can have them delivered, mate. It's not a problem.
That's good.
Oh, they do live it, did they? I thought it was just steak and kidney.
So anyway, I see, I got your ears. So anyway, guys, tonight we're going to start off with City Women. An absolutely phenomenal performance, 4-0 against Everton, and a screamer by Steph Orton. And Marie, you watched the game, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I was impressed.
It.
Well, I think we were just in control, certainly the first half, total control. And then the start of the second half, Everton came more into it. But once we scored again, it was 3-0 at half time. Once we scored again, we were laughing. I think it's 19 league games unbeaten.
Wow.
That they're going on. You know, they're on a good run at the minute. And
they were under strength as well, weren't they, Anne-Marie?
Yes, still under strength. We've still not got the likes of Lucy Bronze playing for us. There's some new players come in as well, which I think might be good. Good signings for us. So hopefully it's going to be a good season for the women. And they had a decent result against Real Madrid during the week in the Champions League.
That's right, yeah. So I don't think they're getting the recognition throughout the media what they deserve, in all honesty. And I think that's why we should do a feature on City Women, because I think the standard of football is absolutely brilliant. I know there's certain people in the media and that who don't like women's football and stuff like that, but we have to embrace it, because some of the quality they'd be able to probably play in either League One or even Championship and hold their own.
It's interesting to see, because obviously it's the philosophy of the club how we play, and it's one of the things. It's interesting to watch the women and our youth teams play, and then watch our first team men's team play, and they've all got the same philosophy of playing out from the back. And it's actually, really we should be very proud of what the club has done with regards to the women's team. They put our neighbours in the shadows totally. No,
yeah, you're absolutely right, John. I know what impresses me a lot about apart from on the pitch, but it's the stuff what the City Women actually do off the pitch as well. With the kids and getting people involved. It's like you can tell it's just like a proper family vibe, because I know my niece Leanne, she texts her two girls, and Chris does as well, her hubby. She texts the girls to watch them, and they said the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant as well. It's just like going back, yesteryear, the atmosphere.
Well, you could hear them on the game when at the Everton ground. All you could hear was City fans singing. They singing the Blue Moon and that lot, and it's basically going back to like the 90s with Man City, because everything that happened then, like you could actually speak to players, you could get in touch with things, you could actually get more involved with them. And if you want to get more involved with the club, then follow the City ladies, because you can actually, the men's team, you can get nowhere near them. The women's team, you can get more involved, and it's a lot cheaper to actually go as well.
No, it is. Riz, have you been privy to any of the matches?
Yeah, I went to a couple of, probably not over the last couple of seasons with COVID and what have you, but I used to take my two granddaughters down, Poppy and Millie. They loved it, because I used to, well, I still do. I work on a couple of the women footballers' cars, so I still have a contact with them. So it reminds me of rugby league atmosphere. Because at the end of the game, the players come off the pitch and they stand at the sidelines doing autographs and chatting to them, and they're very approachable. I just hope as it goes forward that they don't lose that. They don't become, prima donnas and over, unapproachable. Because at the moment, they want to promote the game and they want to promote in the right way, and they are doing. I just hope that in years to come, they don't become unapproachable.
No.
But I've been to a few of the games and I've watched a few, quite a few of the matches on the telly. And yeah, if you put that team out against an elite men's team, they get beat. It's simple as that. But if we take women's football as a separate sport, men's football's one, women's football's another. It's a fantastic product. It's getting kids playing football, girls especially playing football. Anything that gets a kid off a PlayStation and playing FIFA, doing it for real, gets a thumbs up for me.
And Marie, what the feel I think it gives anyway. It's like the old junior blues, where they're getting the kids back into the football, because it'll be twofold really, because they can afford to go to women's football because it's nice, it's really affordable. All the off the pitch stuff, what they're doing. So inevitably it'll lead to them wanting to watch the City men's as well.
Absolutely.
And I know the work they're actually doing as well. So like with the kids and stuff like that. Sort of like the coaching and stuff like that. I think the quality of the football is pretty good.
It's not bad, and for me, it's about encouraging our next generation of supporters, and the fact that they can go to a game on a Saturday or a Sunday, and they actually can get to meet the players after the game, because the players are all happy enough to have photos and that taken with them. I think is really, really encouraging. And one of the things that has stood out for me, and particularly in the last few years, is that everyone goes on about what a great captain Company was for us, and as an ambassador for the club. Steph Horton is equally as important.
Absolutely.
When you think of everything she's dealing with as well in her own private life, I think she's a credit to the club, an absolute credit to the club. And so are the others, the long-termers, the likes of Karen Bardsley, Jill Scott, we've got back again this season, and you can see even like watching Everton, watching Tony Duggan playing for them, after having been with us as well. I think you can just see, and I think it's something that and I'm as guilty as the next man. I think we overlook just how important it is to the club as well.
So I as you know, I've been in Cornwall, so I've not actually seen the match. Like you speak there of Tony Duggan and that, she's been about. No, I don't mean she's been about. She went to Barcelona and then she went over to, did she go to France?
Leon,
over to France. So, it just shows you like the grace some of them can fall, really. No disrespect to Everton, because every time you hear any of the women, the City women talk about the club or the matches, you can actually see the passion, what they're talking with. Alex, have you been privy to any of the matches?
No, to be honest, I don't even know if I have any stream here on TV in Serbia.
I think the word you're looking for is legal streams.
Yeah, legal.
Yeah.
TV streams. But I've seen some clips, and I just want to add a comment about the atmosphere, because I saw that it's a smaller ground and it just has this local feel. And me being from Stockport, obviously I know what local means. So it's definitely something that I also overlook, and maybe it's possible to watch some matches on City Plus or City TV, whatever it is called,
or the highlights on MCFC9320Group on Facebook.
Yeah, we do.
And also, there's going to be a lot of games on Sky this season.
Yeah.
I think
Haven't BBC going to be putting a game on?
they've got 22 games this
Yeah.
season, and as far as I know, Sky have got some as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for
It's
any,
good to see that the commentators for the women are also just as biased and sounded just as gutted. They sounded just as gutted when Everton got beat as what the men's team do. So you know, it's just a mini version of the men's thing, isn't it?
no, but you know, for anybody who's not seen any of the City women, highly recommend it. You know, don't have to be take your daughters down, take your sons down. You know, it is a proper family day.
And you can drink beer on the terraces, I think.
Can you?
You could last time I went.
You've probably changed.
You know,
Yeah, they've probably
what-
changed since you last went drinking beer, mate. They probably changed the rules then.
Yeah,
one thing I do
changed it, but
find, one thing I do find good about the actual women's game is the actual players don't roll around screaming like the men's team.
It's
You know
funny,
what I
they
mean?
don't roll around screaming like women, do they? Funny
No,
that.
they don't. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, and anybody who's not been, just get yourself down to watch, you know, City women. Highly recommended. Right, guys, transfer window is shut. Hit or miss.
Was it ever open?
You know,
We've strengthened, but not in the right areas.
why?
I think we still needed a left back mainly.
Why? I'm going to keep saying why until I get the answer. My boss taught me that, and it does work. You watch.
Because we've not got one.
Why?
Because
We've not bought one.
There's one universal answer.
That doesn't help.
In strange ways. It's really easy.
Seriously, Zinchenko's more than adequate. For me, the biggest signings, apart from Grealish for us this transfer window, is Bernardo, Laporte, both staying.
Yeah,
I think that is a big bonus for us, because I think before I went away, we was all discussing: is Bernardo going to stay? Is he going to go?
Yeah.
Whether he wants to stay or not, at least we know he will give 110%. You know,
He looks like our old Bernardo the last game.
Yeah.
He was magnificent, and he looked like the Bernardo that we fell in love with. He ran his socks off. I'm so glad he stayed. Edison's extended. Diaz is extended.
Diaz is
great news.
That's a great shout. I forgot all about that, Riz.
Yeah.
Diaz extending his contract, considering
a lot.
He's only been with us 12 months. I think that speaks volumes about the guy himself, as well as City again investing.
To me, it also says maybe, you know, like all the nonsense about Pep for another year and another 2 years or whatever. It makes me think maybe that might be around a bit longer.
Pep's already said.
Pep's already said.
He's already said it. He's not going.
Yeah. Why would he?
I know.
Where
do you go?
Why are you calling him Woody?
It's a nickname I've got for him. He calls me Big Riz.
Right, we'll leave that one there. Right, so seriously,
I won't tell you what he calls you.
Pep was shaking his head. He's like, he wants to, he's got ambitions, you know, to coach at an international club or something like that. But people have just put two and two together and come up with absolutely nonsense by suggesting he'll be gone after his contract.
How old is Pep?
He's actually 50 years of age. His birthday, I believe, is a day before me. So we could have actually been sort of like
surrogates.
That's why he doesn't want to leave.
I'm his delayed twin. Obviously, I'm the younger one, obviously.
Listen, you could manage an international team when you were 70 odd. We could have him for another 20 years. Just think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. We could technically have him for another. He could do a Fergie. Apart from the big shiny red nose and
wash your mouth out.
Smelling a wee.
Wash your mouth out. So Anne-Marie, Diaz for another 6 years, is it?
Happy days.
Gabriel Jesus, Alex, you're not a fan. We know Anne-Marie's a fan of Bernardo, as we all are. You're a bit iffy. You're a bit iffy about Gab.
I tend to be, I tend to criticize him, but I really like his new role. And if he continues playing in, like that, he will have my full support. You've heard it here first.
Yeah. Been brilliant, hasn't he, for the last few games?
That's reassuring, that, Alex.
Yeah.
So there was a lot, John, there was a lot of outgoings, mainly, on loan and stuff like that. We've managed to get rid of, quite a few, like the lad at
players.
Is that good? I forgot who he is. Who's gone? He'll be playing against us in the next couple of weeks. Who is
the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, in the Champions League.
Leipzig.
Who's gone to Leipzig?
Who's gone to Leipzig?
I think he plays for him, doesn't he? The fullback we had. Oh, fullback.
Angelino.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there for a long time.
But I said we'll be playing against him.
Yeah,
sold him, didn't we, ages ago? Didn't we?
Sold him there. We got 16 million. But I think the money.
We're talking about now, Andy, not last year or the year before. Now.
Go in the
war. But we didn't with COVID. We didn't get to discuss it.
But we only got the money in this transfer window. So as far as I'm concerned, we sold him this transfer window.
Okay.
Good effort, that, Andy. You got out of that, mate. Well done, pal.
Yeah.
Impressive.
The surprise one for me was letting Tommy Smith go out on loan.
Because he don't play for us, Tommy Smith. Tommy Doyle's really
Tommy
good.
Doyle, sorry, yeah.
Are you a Liverpool fan?
This stupidness from me's catching, isn't it?
I know, it is.
It's contagious.
No, to be honest, I think that speaks volumes of where Pep rates Tommy Doyle. He refused to let Foden go. I think if he was going to be part of Pep's plans, he would have kept hold of him. So I don't think Pep thinks he's
good point.
Eh?
I don't think Pep thinks he's good enough.
Is he though? Because we're just City fans who, he's part of two legends, la-di-da-di-da. But, he's got anybody, I don't mean just Tommy Doyle, they've got to be good enough to, first and foremost, to play.
Well, if you're going off that philosophy, then you'd be signing Kuhn's son up now, wouldn't you?
Who?
Kuhn. Aguero,
right.
his son, Ben. You'd be signing him up.
I thought it was some Chinese player, then, Kuhn's son.
Yeah, it's Sun Jiai's illegitimate child, allegedly.
That's what I thought.
It's true in what you're saying, because having watched Cole Palmer in just a couple of games, I think he's had a bigger impact on when he's come on in the team than maybe Tommy Doyle has.
I think Delap is going to get a decent chance.
He's extended as well, hasn't he?
Possibly.
Yes, when he went for a header, he went extended.
Yeah, he's got a new contract.
Yeah, three-year deal. So there may not have been many incomings, but strengthening the players we've already got.
I think we shored up, I think is the word we're looking for. We all right, I mean, forgetting we've spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, forget the price tag. The price tag means nothing really. I think it was one of them as well where we needed to sign him so that the opposition couldn't get him as well. I'm not saying that's the reason.
Right.
But I think,
so on that premise, right? Yeah. And I'm glad you've said that, Riz. Here's my thoughts on the little merry-go-round. So apparently City was interested in Messi, which they wasn't. So PSG come sniffing round, and just bear with me on this. So PSG come sniffing round him and take him away from City. We link with Lukaku, Chelsea. We can't let City have him. Boop, 100 million for Lukaku. Same with Ronaldo, was never in for him. United have the so. Okay, we went in for Harry Kane. So if you think about it now, that leaves us wide open for Haaland, because we can afford to outbid anyone for him, because we've not strengthened in that position over the summer. So I won't surprise me if we I believe we can go in for him on a pre-contract in January.
Yeah.
So
Maybe, yeah.
So, and not only that, we'll get him at what, 75 million. So
Well,
all them other clubs have strengthened. So if you think about it, you've got the likes of Ronaldo. Are we allowed to call him Trinaldo now? He's gone to him.
I'm trying to, yeah, of course.
So, no, seriously, though. So
Also,
go on, John.
Mbappe has agreed to go to Real Madrid, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So that means Real Madrid are out of the question as well.
Barcelona are skint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still seem to be getting away with being skint, don't they? And FIFA and UEFA and all the rest of them bending the rules and
But the
financial fair
But
play.
it's not UEFA or FIFA, it's La Liga, isn't it? That are bringing in there, that are holding them account to the rules, because that's why they had to sell Griezmann. They couldn't afford to pay Griezmann and register Aguero.
So, okay, with the final one on the transfer window, all right, hit or miss, John, hit or miss?
I would say hit because they've actually strengthened. And we've still got the best squad in the league.
Anne-Marie?
I'd say hit as well. Because I think
I'll say hit as well.
You're just a copycat, you.
Pressure.
I'm going for a hit. I mean, we've certainly strengthened. I think some of the other teams with their signings, they've caught up to us a bit. This is how I look at it. They've caught up to us a bit, but we were still 10 points clear, 11 points clear of them anyway.
But we're never going to win the league without a striker or playing a false nine, are we? He said. So
we're not going to score any goals, are we? We just can't score goals. That's our problem.
We've only scored 10 in 2 games.
I know.
So
15 in 3 games.
So yeah, ideally we would have got Harry Kane or something, but Pep's not flustered by that. So we've got to trust him on there. So the general consensus is a hit. Right. Champions League, no away fans, John. Talk us through it.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted. I was so looking forward to going away.
I bet you was.
There's only one person who's happy with this, and that's my bank manager and the missus, I think. Missus is always glad to get rid of me. But
look, I've not told my missus we can't go to the away games yet. So we might, you never know. We might actually just disappear off for a few days.
Well, I'm snookered now because she watches this.
Oh no, she'll tell mine now.
Is that the one? Is that the one who watches it?
Yeah. There always one says he's very good. That one from Prestige Car Repairs. That's my missus.
Why have you got a different mechanic?
No, my mum watches.
So yeah, it's a bit of a. I can't see it because UEFA, they're absolutely greedy. So and so's they won't let that last. No chance. The more money they get, the better.
I mean,
it all depends what attendances the grounds get. If they're all full, then it won't bother them because they're getting the money anyway. Because they'll sell the away allocation will be sold to the home people.
But
so it'll just be,
that's a joke.
But doesn't that make a mockery of it? It makes a mockery of it, though, doesn't it, Alex?
Yeah, of course it does.
It does. I just think that they will let a certain amount of fans in, probably some special categories. I can't see them, letting full capacity. So we'll see. I'm not happy about it.
I can't see them letting any in. To be honest, I can't. I think we said this last week. I think the only fair way of doing it is, right across the boards, nobody. You can't let some fans in. I mean, we had it in that. Was it the Ukraine where they banned the City fans and banned the away fans or the home fans? I can't remember. I think it was the City fans got banned.
And there was people in there. Could you get people who blag things like press passes and all sorts? contacts everywhere. So you'll always get the odd few snakes going through and stuff like that. But it's not fair on the paying public.
No, you're quite right there, Andy. You're quite right, mate. And you can't let a few in. It's either we're all allowed in and a fair chance to get in there, or you're not allowed. Nobody's allowed in. You can't be given. You can't. It's that advantage. If you're going to have a home advantage, it's got to be the same for everybody.
Absolutely.
I think they might change it once it gets to the knockout stages.
Yeah. Well, it might change that anyway because the way the COVID rules are going, it changes weekly, doesn't it? But I think when you've got travelling away fans, we know this, John, don't we? That it's all done pretty quickly. You've got to plan it, but you've got to move quickly. You've got to have a certain amount of time to be able to organise it. And if they sort of like turn around in a couple of days and go, right, yeah, you can go, the club can't get the tickets out, people can't get the flights, so people won't go anyway. So we said this last time, you've just got to make a decision, make it early and review it.
My thoughts are UEFA don't care, don't like you. I don't really go to European matches because I don't like you. So do what you want. That's my thought anyway. So
I think a lot of fans this season might actually try getting in the home end and going anyway. But it wouldn't be the same. What it called?
To be honest.
No, it wouldn't be the same whatsoever. You want to be in with all your away fans. You want the atmosphere. You don't want to be sat there in your hands, not being able to cheer a goal and things like that.
Yeah, that would be dull.
Not bothered. Don't care, UEFA. Stick it.
Hey, tell you something though. Can I have a little rant?
Go on, man.
Yep.
You've just got one.
Home game, Champions League home games. I've lost my seat.
Why?
Have you checked?
UEFA.
No, I'll keep going. Because of what?
UEFA. Block 127, and I think it's 125.
Are they near the big screens, then, John?
No, they're near where opposite either side of the dugout. From row A to S are being allocated to UEFA. That's about. It works out, I think, probably. Let me think. There's 15 seats in a row-ish. It must be quite easily 150 seats aside.
Well,
at the other side of the dugout.
John, you can have my seat for UEFA nights.
The good thing is he's got free membership in a tunnel club.
Yeah, right.
There's 3 of us, and they're going to allocate us seats. I don't know where yet. And they said if you're not happy, then you can ring them up. But how can you get through to them? You never can.
No, John, that happens to us every season. We never get to sit in our normal seat for a UEFA game.
Right.
I don't care. Alex, let me and you'll talk, Alex. I don't care about him.
Yeah.
No, I really can't stand UEFA.
No, you know what? I kind of agree with you, mate. I've got no interest whatsoever in the Champions League apart from going on my away trips and having a laugh with my pals.
That's it. Anyway,
I'm not interested in winning it.
I just want to see the club.
Forget them despicable people. Soccer Aid last night. I want a little rant. Patrice Evra. Who do you think you are? Have you seen the videos of him today? Slaughtering City.
Why?
No.
Why?
This video's knocking around. It's not about Evra. It's about making money for the less fortunate. And he's going up to cameras going, nice stadium, but basically City are rubbish. Who the hell does he think he is?
No, he's telling lies there because we're not rubbish, are we?
No, but like we're going on about empty seats, la-di-da-di-da. And here's another one, right? All the jokes on social media about, the Etihad's finally full. We've never heard these jokes before, have we? Never, ever. Listen, be original or zip it up, you absolute buffoons. Anyway, 3-0 it was to the rest of the world. Good to see Zabba there.
Did we all watch it?
Good to see Zabba looking like Zabba. De Jong absolutely smashing into Rooney. Carragher,
Was he also looking like De Jong?
Who, me? Me?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Nah,
No,
Almost.
he
Nah.
said De Jong, not among.
Did you say I look like Nigel De Jong or Will Young?
Yeah, him.
among.
You can't say that. Hang on, edit. Right, so yeah, De Jong smashing into. He only smashed into ex-United players. Really, if you noticed that.
No,
I managed
I would do.
I managed to watch the match. It was all about, charity and stuff like that. So the likes of Evra, just grow up, you absolute buffoon.
Yeah, he's just trying to suck up to United fans, isn't he? Be
Well, he's not
clever.
fair.
If Ronaldo's
Especially
gone back,
social
he thinks
media
he can.
fans.
Yeah. If Ronaldo's gone back,
Especially
he thinks he
social
can.
media fans.
Yeah, it's Instagram. I'm surprised he didn't team up with Jesse Lingard and do a bit of dibbing and dabbing on the touchline or something. That other, what was that clown called?
Ronald McDonald?
No,
Bolt. Usain Bolt.
No, the other one.
He's another rag.
What's he called him? Chunksy or Spunks? No, you
Chunky.
Chunks.
Chunks.
Chunks. The Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
What
kind of name is that?
Let's talk about. We had ex-footballers on there, and we had celebrities. How many watched it and had to Google who they were?
I couldn't bother Googling. If I don't know who they are,
The guy in it.
non-entities to me. But the lad who played left back for the rest of the world, he had a decent game.
He was in steps. That bloke
Who was
played
he?
last
Oh,
night.
Edge.
He
wasn't in steps. He wasn't.
He's lost his hair and looks a lot younger, that lad. I tell you, he's lost a bit of timber.
It wasn't out of steps.
He was. Telling you, hyperactive, tragedy, and all that.
His ball play was pretty tragic.
Who was that trans cross-dresser? Looked like Eddie Izzard.
Oh, Youngblood.
Yes. Who's that?
I don't know. I just know he's called Youngblood because they said his name.
I remember a guy called Sidney Youngblood in the 80s.
If only I could. If only I could.
Something like that.
No. So.
He was ex-army.
So. I think we've spoken enough about that anyway.
Yeah,
loads of money raised. Well done. I think it was over
13 million.
Over 13.5 million. So well done to all.
Say something though. I think that the. Can I speak, please?
Go on.
I think that they'll actually hold it at the Etihad every year now because, have you noticed though, everything that was happening was going on the big screens. United haven't got them, have they?
No. I'd say what I did like. There was some other celebrity that I've never seen stood in the middle of the pitch, and he dimmed all the lights and everybody turned their phones on. We need to do that. Champions League night.
He was very complimentary to the Etihad as well. I forget his name now. He was out injured. He did his Achilles in. He's played the last two for, I think, the rest of the world in goal.
He was in casualty.
That's why he's out with an Achilles injury then.
He diagnosed.
So yeah, well done
Can I just say this is on a slightly political thing.
No, don't do
fantastic. No, but fantastic effort. But when you've got the likes of all those celebrities making us poor people donate a minimum of £10, when basically they could have a whip round in that dressing room and come up with more than 13 million. So yeah, fantastic effort and all the rest of it. But hey, come on, it's tough out there, and we're having to give out loads of money ourselves, and we're losing our livelihoods. So yeah, put a football match on. Stop advertising your latest album that's coming out. Just donate a bit of money to it. You'd make more than 13 million there.
Absolutely spot on. So this week we've seen the international duties. I've not caught a lot of it. I watched the England match. I didn't see the England match today because I was travelling back from Newquay. But I saw it. I thought Sterling looked all right against the other night.
That's a new team. I've never heard of them.
No, Who did we play, Anne-Marie?
God knows, I can't remember.
That's how much it means to him.
I know.
It doesn't. I have to be honest and say, international games very rarely mean anything to me.
Hungary.
Think of it.
Yeah.
Hungary, racist.
We played
Racist.
Hungary.
Oh yeah,
Hungary.
racism. Yeah.
Hungry.
Hungary. We played Hungary.
Hungry.
Yeah, I thought Sterling looked really good. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, he seems to be playing better internationally than he does for club football at the minute.
Oh yeah, but look who he's playing. Look who he's playing against.
Doesn't matter. You've got to be. You can only beat what's in front of you.
I know, and then most of the time in Premier League, it doesn't.
Tell you what, if Edison played for England, it'd be like watching a mirror of. It'd be like watching City in England shirts, because Southgate, all he's trying to do is emulate what Pep does, the way he plays it.
Everybody does. To be fair,
everybody does that, mate.
Everybody does. You
it's
even
great to watch, because some people just cock it up, and it shows you how hard it is to play like we do, and we make it look so easy.
No, you're absolutely right. Right, it is a difficult one for you. What is, and I'm going to start off with Alex.
What is what?
What are City's strongest starting 11?
All right. So Edison, Walker, Stones, and Diaz. Left back, I'm gonna say Laporte. Gundogan,
Well,
KDB, possibly. I'm not too sure. Jack Grealish and Gabriel Jesus, Ferran Torres, and Phil Foden.
Torres, Foden, and Gab.
Yeah. Almost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've just picked
15.
You've just picked 18 players, mate.
You like that?
So what's impressed me about that, Alex? We know you're not a huge fan of Gabriel Jesus, but you've put him in there on purely is the way he started the season off. So I have to tip my hat to you. So fair play there.
Maybe it's too early.
Anne-Marie?
We'll see.
Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko.
Yeah. Gundogan, Kevin, Grealish. How many is that? Is that 8?
15.
I don't know. Just do it.
Keep throwing them in.
Order.
Okay.
Keep throwing them in.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Torres, and Foden.
Right. So you're leaving Stonesy out. Why?
Because part of me thinks, I don't get me wrong, I think Stones had a great season last season, but I think, in fairness, I don't think Laporte had a decent run of games with Diaz, and he has done at the start of this season, and he hasn't done anything wrong. In fact, he's scored goals, hasn't he?
But Stones has had no minutes.
Yeah, but that would beg the question, why not? There must be something not quite right for him not to be getting picked.
Well, that
And why would you?
hang on. That begs the question then. Last season, why wasn't Pep picking Laporte?
Because I think Laporte had plenty of injuries.
I think Stones had a good run of games, so you can't drop someone who's playing well, can you, in a partnership? So
He was on the bench for last game anyway, wasn't he? Stones.
Yeah.
So my theory here is, how come nobody's picked Bernardo anywhere so far?
Yeah, that was also my thoughts exactly. I'm not sure.
Not a huge fan of Bernardo.
we've got.
I am a
rotation,
huge
haven't
fan
we,
of Bernardo, but it begs the question: who do you drop? It's like
KDB.
Go. Well, I
Yep.
think that's.
I just don't think we can pick our strongest 11.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. So go for it.
I
Jack.
don't think we can. Going on last season, you lot had put Mahrez in the team, But for me, just in the couple of games I've seen of Jesus this season, he's doing more on that right wing than I've seen Mahrez do. He's taken players on, he's crossing the ball well. And,
You play differently in that position.
It is very difficult to pick your best 11 because you're going to be leaving some brilliant player out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it all depends on, who you're playing. I think we're in a fantastic position to actually be able to bring players in off the bench who are, in a game to change a game. Also, we pick a team depending on what the opposition are like as well. So surely that is the ideal, perfect situation for a football manager to have. He's got options where you look at a lot of other teams, the first team picks itself. I mean, you look at Liverpool season, season before, that starting 11 picked itself. When they got injuries the season after, that's when they struggled because they had to then start earning a crust and changing things and making players fit in. We're in a perfect situation where we've got the best manager in the world with the best tactics and the best team to pick from, who's got options on the bench, and we've got the best squad and the best manager. That's a perfect storm for me.
Oh, it's not my question. My question is pick our strongest 11, starting 11.
I'll answer
You can.
it. You can.
I can.
It's not like we used to have at City.
Go on then.
where you
Hang
had a
on, Andy.
strongest 11 and that was it.
Right, Andy, you tell us your best 11.
Nobody's gone for this one. Edison. That's thinking out of the box, that one, isn't it? Walker.
Oh, he does come quite out of the box quite a lot, doesn't he?
Walker.
Yeah.
Stones.
Yeah.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Laporte at left back.
Stop copying me.
Not copying you.
Right. Question. Quick question for you. How is Laporte proven at left back?
The same
He's
as
not.
the same as
He isn't. And I don't think
Zinchenko
he's not got the pace or the ability to get up and down the wing the way Zinchenko or Cancelo has.
Why didn't you pick Cancelo then?
Because he's not as good as Zinchenko.
Yeah.
She didn't say left or right. Could have been on right back.
She already picked
I picked
Walker. Too
Walker
late.
at right back, didn't I?
You
You
ain't gonna
can only
move
have one
Walker.
player in each position.
Yeah, but you're picking Zinchenko at left back and you're waxing lyrical over Cancelo.
Well, I think the last game against Arsenal, I thought Cancelo had a great game.
Last game, Walker had a terrible game.
That's why he got subbed at half time.
Excuse me, I'm picking my best 11 here.
Go on then. Carry on.
So it's my 11. All right.
Okay.
Savages 11.
I'd have De
Bruyne.
Bruyne.
Who?
De Bruyne.
I thought we didn't sign anyone in transfer window. Who's this? De Bruyne.
It's KDB.
Oh, him.
Gundogan. It's gone French. It's gone French.
He's Spanish as well.
I'd have Sterling on the right. Grealish on the left with Torres and Jesus.
You need one more in midfield.
I don't have picked 11.
I think that was 10.
Have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You said KDB and Gundogan in midfield. Then
Yeah,
you started
Sterling
the
on the right and Grealish on the left.
Oh, you've picked Jesus and Torres up front, haven't you?
Yeah. Do we talk a different language in Stockport?
He's picked
Yeah.
4-4-2.
Yeah,
Playing a
I knew it.
4-4-2 system.
So anyway,
I knew he was going for
no,
Right, Andy, I think you're wrong.
bothered. But you are absolutely right. Joking aside, it is very, very difficult to pick a starting 11, and it has to be done on the opposition, doesn't it? Really?
Can I just say one thing?
No. Go on then.
I think Gundogan's going to have the season of his life
Who?
this season.
Who?
Gundogan.
Who?
Gundogan.
I didn't know we signed.
Gun.
Anybody knew, Riz?
Gundogan.
Gundogan.
Juan.
Nobody's asked my team.
You said it's impossible, so it's pointless wasting airtime.
That's what I was going to say.
Right, go on then.
I'm not participating. I'm not playing because I can't. If I did,
Why you asking for them?
Anne-Marie's team. If I had to pick a team, I'd go for Anne-Marie's, I think.
Why,
Copycat.
which was Anne-Marie's?
Was it with
No, you tell me.
Laporte at left back?
No, I didn't have Laporte
No.
at left back. I had
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko,
at
mine.
left back.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's team then. Put Anne-Marie's team down twice.
Who did she have in goal?
Edison.
So yeah, it's really difficult.
It is.
Here's one for you. What we'll probably finish off on. Yeah, it's all right. Is he a legend or not?
No, because he's moaning it again. That's why he will never
Leg end.
ever be a legend.
Is he
Kate
moaning
Gate.
that? Is his agent? Has he actually?
No, it's him himself moaning.
What's he said? Have we heard him speak? Is he?
He's
Has he
having a bit of a
tweeted?
whinge about the old statues, isn't he?
Why? Because he's not going to win.
He was
Yeah.
a statue at set pieces.
But
What's he
just
moaning
give him a
about?
cake. Give him
No.
a cake, he'll be happy.
Good. I tell you what. Do a little statue, a little bronze statue holding a cake, like the what's it called, the Statue of Liberty, but with a cake like that.
Well, he's got a mosaic at the training ground. What does he want? What is his beef? This is why a legend for me. It's not what he does on the pitch; it's what he does off the pitch as well as on the pitch. And for
Exactly.
Yaya Toro, who's Toro? Yaya Toro. See, so for Yaya Toro, right? For him to be moaning yet again, that just rubber stamps why he will never be a legend in my eyes. And thankfully, a lot of people are saying it now on the social media. You know, City fans. I used to get slaughtered when I used to slag Yaya Toro.
Yeah, same here. Never a legend in my eyes.
No, never a legend. You know, your legends are your Paul Lakes, your Zabalettas, your
Balotelli.
Ballot. He was a legend.
Aguero.
You know, your Aguero, David-
Zabaletta's the one. He embraced it. He got
Yeah.
what being a Manc was
you
all
know,
about.
Your companies, your David Silvers, your Lee Bradburys, your you know, you can. The list goes on.
Darius Vassell. You'd have him ahead.
But for Yaya Toure, yet again, just shut up, Yaya. I've had
Great.
enough. I've had enough of him.
Great player.
On his day.
Fantastic for us. Fantastic for us. But because of whether it's him or his manager, or his agent, or whatever, he blew it off the pitch for me, and that's where you've got your players who people always say, "What do you have to do to become a legend?" It's not just like you said, Andy. You can be a fantastic player on the pitch, but if you're a pain in the ass off it, then you're going to lose that legendary status.
No, absolutely agree with you, mate. And it just infuriates me. Hang on, in fact, I'm not even going to waste any more breath on him. He just needs to shut up, grow up, or go away.
Sounds good
Right.
to me.
So, last thing, right? You'll know because we was chatting about it before we came on here. Eddie Sparrow is having his third charity evening at the Premier Lounge in Audenshaw. When is it in February? Is it?
No, we need to get the exact date, but it's normally in February time. Yeah.
Yeah. What a guy! What you know? It's selfless in all the stuff he does.
He should have a statue.
Yeah, I'd put one of.
He'd need a lot of metal in it and all because he's a big lad. He's Eddie.
Yeah, you know
In
what I
fact,
mean?
you could stick a floodlight on his head.
Yeah,
Put him outside, stick a floodlight on his head, and that'd be a perfect.
absolutely selfless in the stuff he does. You know, and he's already sold out. We're all going. I know you've got a table of 12 Riz. You'll be filling soon. You know, just a shame we can't get Alex over. Well, maybe he could by the time February comes.
Yeah, February. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to get hold of Eddie, have him on the show with us next week to talk a little bit about the work he does, because he's got a brilliant memorial page as well. What attracts absolutely thousands and thousands of people who it's like their little solace. They go on there, pay the respects to fellow Blues, etc. And the work he does is absolutely phenomenal. So yet again, it's sold out. He's already confirmed, a few ex City players and celebrities and stuff like that. So I'm sure it will be an absolute great night again.
The celebrities got are also better than what they had on Soccer Aid. You'll have actually heard of it.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So yeah, we'll get Eddie on with us next week. I'm sure he'd love to come on and chat about it. What he's got already, but we are looking for people to sponsor some of the stuff what he's doing on the night, as well as donation.
So yeah,
donation. So what are you going to donate, Paul?
Me, I'm gonna do something through my business, Prestige Car Repairs. So it might be a free MOT test, health check, something like that. So I'll sort something out for it. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. Same as I'll come up with something as well, as we're sure John will, and
night in your camper.
A what?
Free night in your camper, or a day's drinking in the Savage Arms.
Yeah, they can always come to a MCFC9320 Towers for a come on the podcast. We'll come round and get a few round, and we'll have a few drinks and do a podcast and stuff.
A live podcast, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely do something. We've got a bit of time to think, but yeah, if anybody can donate anything, who's listening, I'm sure Eddie would be very appreciative of it, and it all goes to very, very good cause. It's actually City in the community this one's for, so yeah, it's going to be close to a lot of people's hearts as well. So yeah, that's it. Anything else from anybody tonight?
Yeah, I think we're covered everything.
I'm looking forward to my first home game of the season. I'm back off holiday now, so I can't wait for that. That should be good.
No, it'll be good. Yep. And we'll
any news on KDB yet?
Yes, he's back off holiday with Riz.
Yeah, he's done all right. I had him running on the beach with me.
Yeah.
He's struggling to keep
taxi drivers.
Well, by the way, an update on Ivan. We found him.
Right.
He was in the Balkan Mountains.
So who did Ivan say we were signing?
Kane
and Messi.
Messi was never coming to us.
I think Ivan uses your sources.
But listen, to be fair, a few weeks ago, before we signed Grealish, I asked you, would we have a new signing playing in the Community Shield? And I did say I think we would have Grealish playing for us. Nobody's arguing.
Okay.
Proves them right.
50-50 chance, weren't it, really?
But I got the 50 right, didn't I?
Took a punt there, didn't you?
Yeah, prove it.
I looked at what?
Did you have it in an envelope? Did you put it in an envelope?
No. So anyway, guys.
Did you do what all the top programs do? If at the beginning of the season you put your predictions in an envelope and then have a big reveal at the end of the season?
I reveal nothing, trust me.
That's not what I've heard when you've been camping.
True story.
If I'm rocking, don't come a knocking.
I resemble that accusation. So, guys, it's I missed last week, so it's been a pleasure getting back on this week, getting back on the horse, as it were, and we've had a good giggle, as well as putting some serious stuff together. But again, what we started off with, Man City ladies, women, it's a must, and we'll do a bit more info on that.
I think we should get the chairperson from the Ladies Supporters Club on one week, and I've had a chat with her in the past before, and it's really interesting listening to them and what they're doing and how they're moving forward.
No, absolutely right. We need to do something, because I don't feel they're getting a fair crack, you know, within that the media, except, you know, City's media team. So
well, they're up against it big time, aren't they? Because the women to start with, and the Man City players.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
so
What chance have they got?
as I said, you know, I think that's because there's certain people within the media what just don't like women's football, but you know, it's down to us to put that one right, isn't it?
I think you'll find there's a lot of bigots in the media that on you know, in front of camera and on radio and in magazines and stuff, they'll be saying, oh yeah, women's football's great. But I think once they get in the press rooms with the cigars and the old hacks hats on, I think they'll be sat there going, oh, a load of treacles kicking a football about. I think they've got that attitude still. So,
But I'm sure if there was freebies knocking about, they'd
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right, guys, it's been a pleasure as always, and we will do it again in the next few days.
Nice one.
Have a great
See you
week.
later.
Have a great week, guys.
keep it part of
Take it easy, everybody.
Bye bye.
Take care.